Hi, Teach Jim here. I teach and I learn, and I'm grateful that you've come by today so that we can continue the discussion that I've been having with myself and with others about business models and business ownership as a way to overcome the challenges of these economic times. We've discussed with others and in other places the fact that direct sales is an excellent business model with low cost coming on the front side, with great reward potential on the outside with fairly low risk. And among those different direct sales models, network marketing is clearly one of the ones that has a lower cost to get started and a higher upside potential. And so that model is what I'd like to share with you a little bit today. But let me go to the whiteboard and share with you some of the details about network marketing and how it fits into the business model potential and the earnings that you have there. And then you can enter into the site and take a look at this particular network marketing company and compare it against the standards that one would use in deciding if a network marketing company meets the needs that you have for earning potential and for business ownership, giving you the long-range freedom that you desire and a great reward for the work and energy you put up front with a minimal cost and minimal risk to get started. So let's meet you at the whiteboard and get going with that. Okay, in our discussions before, we've talked about a business model of Michael E. Porter's from Competitive Advantage, where he talks about a business having two major components, a value stream and the elements for its operation. The elements for its operation work this way. There's the infrastructure, there's the human resource management, there's the technology, and there's the procurement and the financial components that are the enabling elements of the business. Combined on top of that, there's the internal logistics, there's the operations or the manufacturing, and then there's the external or the fulfillment logistics. There's also the sales and marketing, and there's usually the customer service. These are the main elements that make up a business. And it's here in the margin of what they save and make where the money's made. A network marketing company is the same way. However, it's this way. You become the independent contractor to take care of sales and marketing, the manufacturing component of the product, the infrastructure for the product all exists, and the biggest risk you have is in the infrastructure failing or the manufacturing process failing or some other elements of the company going under, which would undermine your sales and marketing activities. There is a fairly low startup cost. The risk for getting started is fairly low. The rewards are high, and the potential you have for freedom also is very high. So the four main elements of a good business are there for you. Not too bad. Well, let's see what happens next. Robert Kiyosaki talks about being a business owner. A business owner is somebody who, if they leave the business for a month, could come back and the business might be operating better than it was before, as opposed to somebody who's self-employed or an employee of another company. In these two cases, if the person leaves for an hour, the business is gone for an hour. Leave for a week, the whole thing shuts down. So the idea is that you want to move from being an employee or self-employed to becoming a business owner. Where do you get those skills? How do you learn those? And then eventually, of course, the skills to become an investor. You have to have the money to do that. So the idea is to get into this upper quadrant here in the cash flow quadrants that Robert Kiyosaki talks about. Well, in the business that you want to have with the sales and marketing, those will give you the skills you need to have for becoming a business owner. Well, let's look at who does that. You're the one doing it, but all by yourself? I've tried that for 20 years. It's really difficult and you don't progress very quickly. You need a mentor. You need people that have been in business before. They're the ones to help you. Well, and these people should have a vested interest in your success. They should care about you. And you, of course, are going to want to help them. Well, it works this way in network marketing. This core group of people, your upline, your sponsors, the leadership of the organization, are all on your side. Every time you make money, they make money. And hence you have a mutual reciprocity there. There's a sharing, there's a commonality, there's a reason for you to collaborate together. And they will help to teach you the skills of running your network marketing business. Excellent. So we've got some help and some skills. You also, by becoming a leader and sponsoring other people, guess what happens? You have to train them and help them and teach them what is required to become successful in business. As you do, it reinforces your ability to learn the skills necessary to be a business owner. In other words, this is personal development and business development all mixed into one. You have what I call personal development with a paycheck, teaching you the skills you need to have to be successful, not only in a network marketing business, but in any of the business models that you might choose in the future. So what are the concerns you have with a network marketing company? Well, first off, they're not just concerns of a network marketing company. If you work for any business, if you start a business, there's a 90% or 95% chance that you'll fail. And that's not a good thing for you or for me. And so how do we overcome that? Well, we get the training we can, but we also have to make sure and do the judgment against the company to make sure that they're not going to fail on you, that they have some success, that they're not in debt. So the company becomes critical. Are they not in debt? Have they been around long enough? Do they have the foundation, the infrastructure, the experience? How do they handle exponential growth as everybody gets involved in the company? Can they handle that? Have they done it before? So those are questions for you. Does the product stand on its own? Is it a marketable product that's actually competitive in the marketplace? How's the compensation package? Do you get paid up front? Is the rewards enough to keep everybody interested and involved? With costs low enough that it's maintainable for the everyday Joe, that you can have an audience, a large enough of a market to work with? All questions that are important for you. How's the timing for you personally, for the company, for the industry, for the product? What position do you have in the company, and what's the leadership like? Do they have the experience necessary to help you succeed and not to fail, as 90 to 95% of the people do? Lots of questions, lots of things to look at. Let's examine the network marketing company that's here before you as a way of looking at this model through these eyes to see how it compares. And then you can make the decision if it works for you or not. If you choose to join with us, we've got a lead generation system as well as personal training that'll come with that, and we'll be happy to give that to you. If you choose not to join us, wonderful. I wish you the best of success. However, there's still a lead generation system for you and personal training that would go with that if you'll give us some feedback. If you'll write to us and tell us how this site was helpful to you and what you learned from it. We hopefully will help you to gain the success you need to establish for yourself a business, a good enterprise that will help you in the financial times that we deal with today and progress as you desire. Thank you for your time.